Neutral host companies offering shared infrastructure are playing an increasingly important role in the industry. And one of the companies offering this shared infrastructure is BAI Communications. And I'm here at Mobile World Congress talking to the Group CEO of BAI, Igor Leprince. So Igor, thanks so much for joining us. Great to have you on TelecomTV.
Thank you, Ray.
We appear to be entering an era of shared communications infrastructure more than we've seen in previous years. Why is that? What is driving this trend?
I think there are a lot of things that drive this trend. I mean, the need for connectivity everywhere, the need for 5G, the need for a lot of density of the network in urban environment, force really operators to, and their own constraint in terms of CapEx and OpEx really is driving a lot of this trend right now. So the capacity to have the right location with power, with fiber, is pushing more and more, our customer, the operators, to really share network, beyond some of the area where there is only one network that is possible, like the subway, for example.
And do you think those customers are more comfortable sharing networks now than they were in the past? Is that a factor as well?
I think they're coming around the idea more and more. I think it's been the case on towers for now quite a while. It's moving in building, it's moving into transport, is moving towards small cells, and especially, as I said, in dense urban environment or in completely rural environment where, frankly, the business case is not there, but the country and people need connectivity. So I think more and more, and depending on the country, they are moving towards shared infrastructure and the accepting of the sort of neutral host model, as you said at the beginning.
So BAI has been around for decades already, but it's really grown quite significantly recently as a result of acquisitions. Do you still have an M&A driven growth strategy, or have you now reached the scale that you need?
So first of all, I have to say, we've never had an M&A driven strategy. As you know, it's very difficult to have a strategy that's driven on M&A. So we had a strategy to really grow the company and develop some of the areas around neutral hosts that I mentioned, around in building, small cell, fiber, towers, and all around the connectivity. And we happen to have a few M&A that we've done along the way. I know we've been very much in the news in the last 2 years, but we've had also fantastic wins organically, like the project for TfL in London, or the MTA in New York, or BART in Seattle, or many other projects that we won organically. So if you look really at our numbers right now, our growth has been 50-50 between organic and non-organic growth. Having said that, we are very proud of the acquisition we've made, and yes, we have a scale now that where I think globally we are. We have, more importantly, the portfolio that our customer need as a neutral host.
But the acquisitions you have made, that's brought in a lot of new assets, new networks, and new names as well. So it's quite a sort of, from the outside in, quite a fragmented company in many ways, lots of different names. What does that mean for your business strategy and for your operations?
So first of all, I agree. And there are many very strong brands that we have, including the BAI brand. But given what you just said, and given that we're operating on the 6 or almost 7 brands, and 4 of them actually in the US alone, we will be actually rebranding the company. So that's a scoop. And we'll be launching a new brand, and all the companies that you've just mentioned, or I've just mentioned, will be operating under the new brand. So we'll be launching that on the 9th of March. And we'll be fully rebranding the company in the rest of the year, in the second part of the year. And the new brand will be Boldin Networks.
Okay.
So bold and dynamic, and all our brands will operate under that, as a neutral host of choice for our customer.
Okay. And have you kind of tested this out with customers? Is this something that they care about or think is a good move? I mean, is this going to help your business to do this?
I think it will, because today we are not known for all the things we are doing that I mentioned at the start, and very often we are known for the different brands that we have. But when you put them together and you look at the portfolio of connected venue, connected enterprise, connected transport, all the next generation networks, some of the smart city projects we're doing, they are being done by the different brands that we're having on the BAI. So I think being able to do that on the one brand, being known to the customer on the one brand, and also one organization that goes with it, for example, in the US, I think will be good for our customer and good for us.
So you mentioned the US there, that's where you have grown quite a lot through some of the acquisitions, and I'm sure also organically as well. Are there other markets that you've spotted, identified as good new markets to enter because of the way the market is changing and maybe going towards shared infrastructure?
So Europe is another area of interest for us. Obviously, we've been present in the UK for quite a few years with quite a few big projects between London and Sunderland and many other things that we'll be also announcing in the next few weeks. We've actually made an entry into Italy through an investment about a year ago, and it's going very well. That's one of the markets we thought one of the big, obviously European market, but a market that is also open to neutral host. And we're looking for other potential similar market in Europe where really connectivity and neutral host and shared infrastructure and the sort of services that we can provide could be of interest to the customer. So I think you will see us probably making some, hopefully additional move into other countries in Europe.
And as you grow, is your customer base diversifying? Are you getting different types of companies coming in and wanting to use the kind of infrastructure you have?
Absolutely. I mean, the mobile network operators are obviously our main customer, but fixed operators become a customer. There are also a lot of alternative type of customer, MVNO, that use the different infrastructure that we have in the US. For example, we also have cities as part of our customer. We have transit agencies are part of our customer, both using some of the connectivity we have also for private network and for some of their own operational services. And obviously, we have a lot of enterprises that we serve through some of our connectivity. Ultimately, also giving this connectivity available to the mobile network operator wherever they are. So, these are the sort of diversity of customer that we have around the world.
And are they asking for anything new from your company? Is there something that maybe the enterprises are particularly saying, this would be really useful for us that you could start to add on or develop as part of the portfolio?
I think the part that is very interesting right now is all the aspect of private network, them starting to understand that it's a lot more than connectivity to their users, whatever they are. A stadium, it could be for people that come and watch a game, but it's also their own efficiency, their own services that can provide with this connectivity. So I think more and more, we see private network, we see use cases that we didn't necessarily see 2 or 3 years down the line, and we see that will continue to evolve in the years to come.
We're here in Barcelona known for this show for great food, but also for its football club. I understand you're a big football fan, so tell us what your...
PSG fan, just PSG.
Oh, right. I was
not Barcelona.
No. I was going to say, what is your team?
Right.
And also, while we're talking non-telecom stuff, not only what is your team, but what is your favorite film of all time? This is something I want to know. I think this is something the industry needs to know.
Right. So PSG is definitely my team, not Barcelona. And actually, as we're filming that, we beat Marseille 3-0 last night. So I've got a big smile on my face. I know you do too, because you won the how is it called, the EFL Cup?
Remind me again. It's a trophy.
So
we'll take it.
It's a trophy that you have not won for a while. So we are both happy on the football side. In terms of film, that's a good question. I don't watch a lot of films. So is it acceptable if I respond to The Last Dance, which is not a film, it's a documentary around Michael Jordan that I watch, and that's probably one of the best things I watch for quite a long time. So
good recommendation, and nobody's ever mentioned that one before, so it's good to have something new in the repertoire. Igor, thanks very much for joining us. Great to talk to you, and hope to catch up with you again in the future.
Thank you, Ray. Take care.